nobody ever give a handout. For this dress, talking grams out. Cut him off, hit the hand out.
Yo, what's going on, people? You know who it is. It's yours truly. Of course, Tay Wiz coming live and direct from the man cave as usual. For those subscribers out there that is not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that bell. If you're not subscribed to my Twitter page, hit that bell at TAE_WIGGS. Now, you know I keep you in tune with the latest information going around the league. I know you looking like, why is this guy smiling like this? The reason why I'm smiling like this, the NBA is back. And before we get things jump started, to let all the NBA fans who are advocate watcher like myself, who enjoyed the game, NBA League Pass is free from October 16th through October 23rd. So if you want to get around, if you got TiVo, if you think you're not going to be able to watch it, you're going to miss and fall asleep, record it if you have that package. But 2 games on last night. We know LeBron James, the king, has left East and headed West to seek a new journey with his new team with the Los Angeles Lakers. But we're not going to talk about LeBron. This segment going to be all about those 4 teams that played last night. The 2 games, the first game of this doubleheader. The Philadelphia 76ers travel to the Boston Celtics. And I'm looking at, when I was watching the game last night, a lot of things I seen. Jason Tatum. When you look at that rookie class, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Ben Simmons, and the one knock on Ben Simmons is that he can't shoot. He only can drive and penetrate to the hole. That's going to hurt them in the playoffs. Because you need to do other things besides drive to the hole. You have, the way the NBA is set up now, you have to be a shooter to shoot your way out of the slumps. If you can't go to the hole and get nothing going, you got to settle for a jump shot. You know, I'm looking at videos of him working out in the summertime. A lot of stuff I was seeing, he was driving to the hole. I didn't see nowhere he was taking a meaningful 15-footer to add that to his arsenal. That would make him a great player. I didn't see anything that stuck out and said, oh man, yes, he's going to stuff the stat sheet. He's going to give you almost a triple-double, pretty much in and night out. But the whole thing is about a young Ben Simmons. Can he shoot? That's been the knock on him since he was in high school, all the way through college when he was at LSU. So you're looking at how can he make himself better? We know Joel Embiid is going to get better and better each year. I mean, I'm going to still take heat with him. I still don't like what he's doing on the sideline. Got the whole massage table out there eating chicken sandwiches and watching Mark and Morty and stuff like that on the sideline. And they talk about they want to get better. I'm going to tell you how this team can get better. Trust the process. When I say this about Joel Embiid, he need to trust the process. Stop watching cartoons on the sideline and trying to watch film at the same time. I don't know if you're trying to run a Mike and Morty play or you were trying to watch film from last year when you played these guys. Because to me, it don't seem like you're taking the game seriously. I don't know if Philly fans don't get mad at me, but as a basketball fan and someone who has played basketball, you have to be serious about your craft. If you're not taking your craft serious, nobody's going to take you serious. And this is the reason why the Boston Celtics went out there and blew the 76ers out. The Boston Celtics did. You're looking at Dario now as he changed his name to, we know him as Dario Saric. He has 6.6 rebounds. This guy played pretty much 27 minutes of basketball. I'm looking at this young Sixers team. They still a young team. Still going through the motions. LeBron James is gone. Everybody's saying the Sixers can win the East. But my clear-cut 2 favorites right now to come out the East would be pretty much Boston and Toronto. And in 2 dark horses that people really not talking about is the Washington Wizards and the Indiana Pacers. But as you're going down looking at what Ben Simmons did last night, 19 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks, that's all fine. But you have to find that consistent 15-footer. If he comes out not 2 or 3 in a row, the whole game changes now because now they got to guard you a full 94 some feet. They don't have to. They know that their jumper is broke. They can leave you open. They know you're not going to do anything. It's almost like Bruce Bowen. He can hit the consistent 3, but he cannot hit that consistent 15-footer. That's how Ben Simmons' game is. He could drive to the hole, but he cannot hit the 15 or beyond. J.J. Redick had 16 points, and that was even though they retained him, still huge because they still need that presence of that veteran right there on the bench to come off the bench and give him them type of points. Markelle Fultz. They say he changed his jumper up. This guy was 2 for 17, 5 points. I think he was pressing a little bit too much out there on the offensive end. Joel Embiid, 23 points, 10 rebounds. He has a nice jumper, the step back fadeaway. He has the total package. But like I said, the only knock on him, he watched cartoons on the sideline, eating chicken sandwiches. If he can get those two out of the way and take the game more serious, his game and his mind would be more focused what he's supposed to do on that floor in that area. Robert Covington, 8.6 rebounds. I was looking for him to be more of the toolage of that team to step up more when they need him at the best. Still looking like the same Robert Covington from years past. And his team had too many turnovers. In the first half, these guys had 10 turnovers. And you playing against a Boston Celtics team who's scrappy and they're going to play defense. You could not commit turnovers like that against a team like this. As we go on to the Boston Celtics, and just that you know, the Sixers, you guys stayed with the three-point line. Y'all was 5 for 26. That was abysmal, 19%. So y'all got to work on that. I know it's the first game of the season. People like, oh, he's coming on too hard. But this is what I see. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it because I know the other guys is not. That's why y'all come to Tay Wiggs and I take care of you guys. Like I said, Jason Tatum. Going back to this guy, man. You could tell that he worked out with Kobe this summer. You could tell that he idolized Kobe Bean Bryant. I seen the movement. I seen what he was doing out there. He wasn't scared. He lived for the moment. If that right there, what you call it, you create a young killer, a young monster amongst Jason Tatum. Kobe Bryant was a killer on that court. Wasn't no friends. It's going to kill you. You talk trash to Kobe, it's going to drop you off of 30. It's the same thing that Michael Jordan has. You got to have a killer instinct if you want to become an NBA champion. You have to take your game to the next level. And one thing I did admire about Jason Tatum, working out with Joel Embiid, you know what I'm saying, trying to get better, you got a post game. And like I said, a couple weeks ago, I was at the Hornets in the Boston Celtics game, and I walked past Jason Tatum while I was on that floor on court side. I'm looking like this guy is not 6'8", 6'9". He looks every bit of 6'10" because he's taller than Al Horford. And with him, this team might be the only team out of the East that can challenge the Golden State Warriors for an NBA title. They have the bench depth, it's there. Defense is there. They have a small ball threat lineup, it's there. This is the things that the Boston Celtics can do to a team like the Golden State Warriors. They did beat them last year. They did split the season series 1 game apiece. This team right here, Brad Stevens, we know they compare him to Greg Popovich and stuff like that, of what he's doing, that mindset. You can't compare him just yet to Popovich. You have to win an NBA title first to be put in that category, in that class, with a great coach like that. So until he win an NBA championship, his name will be up there with the greats. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from this young Celtics team early. Getting on the defense. Jaylen Brown, nice night. Posterization. Some people say it was a dunk. It wasn't a dunk to me. It was a hard layup off the glass. 12 points, 5 rebounds, and it was Joel Embiid. Another young guy, Jaylen Brown. Long, athletic, and he played defense. That's the scary thing about a team like a Boston Celtics. They still managed to win a game by 15-plus points. And even though that Gordon Hayward is still trying to get his feet under him. He looked timid out there when I was watching him. He's looking like, should I dive on the floor? Should I take this shot? He was scared to do certain things. You have to be mindful and respectful of what Gordon Hayward just came through. A gruesome injury last year on opening day. Around this time, when he broke the ankle. It's still in his mind. It's still fresh because he's still getting into the basketball rhythm. And this team still won. Like I said, Kyrie Irving had a bad shooting night. Kyrie Irving was 2 for 14. I thought he was pressing too much. You know, it's the first game of the season. Everybody trying to get them jitterbugs out. I thought Kyrie Irving, if he would have scored 20 and Gordon Hayward would have scored 17, they would have blew this game open. They would have won by about 35 plus easily. So just imagine those guys get going. You still had Al Horford who chipped in with his points, doing the thing on the floor. You had Terry Rozier with his 11 points, 6 rebounds, and which the Boston Celtics are not going to retain him. He will become a free agent at the end of the season, so he will secure a bag with some team. But I do keep in mind, because the only reason they probably going to let him go, they just tighten up on Marcus Smart and everybody out there on the Anthony Davis train become a free agent. You know, you hear the names like for Anthony Davis, what team would he sign to? Would it be the Golden State Warriors, the Lakers, the Celtics? Those are the 3 teams that we're hearing from. But I'm going to tell you a dark team that he could possibly play for if he want to win an NBA championship, and they have a lot of pieces. The Toronto Raptors. That depends if Kawhi Leonard stays. I'm looking at Marcus Morris. He had a double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds. This Boston Celtics team is scary good. They have all the ingredients to become an NBA champion. You heard it from me first. Can they knock off one of them teams in the West? Can they knock off a Golden State Warriors in a 7-game series? It's pretty tough to beat that team in a championship in a 7-game series. Ask the Cleveland Cavaliers, that 2016 team, how they was down 3-1 to overcome the biggest upset in NBA history. Probably not sports history, be down 3-1, because most teams who are up 3-1 win that series 98% of the time. It should be 100%. Just because LeBron James beat them, that's knocking down to 2%. As I'm going through what I'm seeing, I watched the second game, and like I said, I stayed up late, rewatched it, taking notes. I didn't get up to about probably 15 prior minutes to this video. And sleep was worth it. Watching NBA was worth it. It's fun. OKC Thunder, we know Russell Westbrook didn't play, but you know, it's ring ceremony night. You know, the team come out there, they see the ring, they see the bling, they see how big it is, and they think in championship mode. The only thing I'll take away from this game, for watching it, if the Thunder want to win, we know if Russell Westbrook was about to, he would probably had a triple-double, probably somewhere close to 27 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists, and 2 steals. And yet, the Golden State Warriors still won on ring ceremony night. It was pretty sloppy. Klay Thompson did what he had to do, 14 points. I think he was like, what was it, 5 for 20? And they still managed to win a game. This team had the Golden State Warriors that have a great shooting night. Just because they have that chemistry of being an NBA champion. And I'm talking about them first because they earned the right to get talked about first in this half of the segment. The Golden State Warriors, I thought they need somebody else off the bench. Andre Iguodala is breaking down right before your eyes. I don't want to say break it down. That's like a car. That's kind of too harsh to be saying Andre Iguodala is broken down. When you play that many games in the NBA life, I'm not gonna call this season in the NBA lifespan. Andre Iguodala played 13 plus years in this league and going to multiple NBA finals and guarding some of the best talent at his position in the NBA playoffs. Folks, that take a toll on your body. And when you're looking at Andre Iguodala walking down the court and running the court gimping, and some people are like, oh, you need to sit down. He has love for the game, a passion. When you play basketball that much, you eat, sleep, you breathe basketball. There's no other way. Sometimes you can retire, and I'll get to something later on that. Andre Iguodala, they need another scorer or somebody else to take some of the heat off, because there's gonna be some nights where that Golden State Warriors bench will be challenged. They know how the best bench, but they still got 4 to 5 top players in the league on one team, from DMC, aka Boogie Cousins, Kevin Durant, Klay, Draymond, aka Day-Day, Mr. Watermaker himself, Steph Curry, Babyface Killer. You looking at what this team can do. So just imagine, they all did have good shooting nights, and they still managed to win the game by 8 points because of the bench. They still got Kevin Durant, like I said. They still got Steph Curry, who could make a big shot, and Klay Thompson as well. Young talent, I'm looking at, yes, KD had 27, 8, and 6. Draymond Green is still the glue guy, the X factor. Draymond Green don't have to go out there and get you 20 to 12 points. Draymond Green had 2 points, people, 13 rebounds. I'm looking at 5 assists, 3 steals. When I look at rebounds, people are like, oh, he only had 2 points. He should have more than that. He should have double-double. Look at rebounds as points. And the reason I'm saying is because Draymond Green get rebounds. It can be offensive and defensive rebounds. And the reason I'm saying offensive defensive rebounds, the defensive rebounds is pretty much he taking points away from the other team. The other team don't get a second or third crack at it. Offensive rebounds, which he do get. If he get three of those a game. So if he get one of those, that turn into an assist, probably not from him, or he pass the ball to somebody else and get the hockey assist. If you don't watch hockey, you don't know what that is. Hockey assist. I pass the ball I pass the puck left wing. And I use this too. If I pass the ball to the right side of the court and I pass it to KD, and KD passed the ball to Klay, and Klay's the 3. Yeah, Kevin Durant get the assist. But the way I look at the basketball, the hockey assist would be Draymond Green got the offensive rebound, kick the ball to Kevin Durant, that's a pass, and he passed him. This should be assist because Draymond Green created that second look. And go back to my reference of the hockey assist. For those who watches hockey or don't watch hockey, but I watch a little hockey myself. The hockey assist. The guy who got the puck, left wing, pass the puck to him. Pass it to the other guy and pass the puck. He passes the other guy and he scores the goal. They all get an assist because they all contribute to that play. That's how it is to be in basketball. Draymond Green create that much havoc. That's how I look at rebounds. Rebounds are either points taken off the board or points put back on the board. And you gotta love a player who stick their neck out like they day in and day out. Who's gonna dive on the floor? Watching the segment with him a couple of days ago on ESPN side, people don't like him because they see what what he does on the NBA court. It's a difference, people. He's doing this to get his team over the hump, to win a game. But you don't know, like you said, you don't know Draymond Green, the person. You got to get to know Draymond Green, the person, before you judge Draymond Green, the player on the court. This will make NBA champions. Dennis Rodman did the same thing. Antics on the court is what he does. They win championships. Rasheed Wallace I call him Mr. T because he gets so many technical fouls, and they led to him to get an NBA championship with the Detroit Pistons. A great defensive team. Look at the young talent that the Warriors got. Damian Jones, 12 points and 3 rebounds. Young kid can run the floor. Mr. Broad Shoulders himself, Kevin Looney, 10 points and 10 rebounds. This team has enough talent. They said, all right, JaVale McGee, you going, David West, you going. That's cool. Next man up. And those 2 guys who stepped up, Looney, Damian Jones. Like I said, Klay, 14 points, 4 rebounds. Steph Curry, ring night, 32 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. At one point in time, he was 5 and 5 from the 3-point line in the third quarter. You cannot give this man no space to breathe. You have to be on him like white on white, like rice. You got to be on him. Cannot let him breathe. And this team right here got a lot. I don't care what you can do. If you're going to beat this team, your starters going to have to play the full 48 minutes like you playing NBA 2K. I know a couple of guys that play NBA 2K with the Golden State Warriors. Trust me, man. I do the thing on the sticks, and they know what's up when you got the Golden State Warriors, and I bring out my team, the Celtics or the Raptors. I shut them down. You had to play. You got to be committed on defense. You have to be committed on defense. Something called Jordan rules. OKC. Like I said, Paul George, 27 points. And I've seen about Paul George. He got 21 points in the second half. He went MIA in the first half. You have to be present the whole game. Just imagine he would score 10 points in the first half. You talk about a Golden State Warriors loss and an OKC victory for the Thunder. And Patrick Patterson, 7 points, 5 rebounds. You got to do more than that, my man. You have to put the ball on the floor and put that big body. You barely see him post up. And that's one of the knocks I seen on him when he's playing at Kentucky and stuff like that and playing the other teams around the league. You have to put that back towards the basket. and score buckets. That's a load. That's a wide load, and he won't do it. Steven Adams, 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. Played a good game. But one thing I noticed about Steven Adams, one stat he didn't have that showed up to me in this stat build. He had 0 blocks. Normally, Steven Adams had about 2 or 3 blocks in the game like this. No blocks. Point blank, period. He just need to be more forceful in that paint. That's a big guy, man. That's a big dude. He's from the Netherlands, too. He need to be putting them guys on poster boards, man. Put them in the post. Put them in that paint. Paint the picture like Sherman Williams. Put them down there and go to work. He should be at the free throw line at least 10 times a game. Easily. Because you got to put the pressure on those guys. He's the most fierce guy in the league. And some nights he don't play like he's the most fierce guy. And this is what I'm seeing. Terrence Ferguson. Cool stat about this. I do my notes around the league. This dude played 26 minutes. And there I have it. You know I do this. It's called the donut guy. And for those first-time viewers and watchers, the donut guy is who pretty much guys who play 15 plus minutes in an NBA game and had 0 points. Terrence Ferguson had 0 points with 26 minutes. You can get a basket, a free throw attempt to at least get on the board. But that means you just run up and down the court, missing stuff, or not even looking for your shot. If you're going to play that many minutes, you might as well go play soccer. You might as well go play hockey. Because that's the only... I can't even say hockey because even those guys even get a chance to look and score. But you might as well go play soccer if you don't want to do anything. 26 minutes, young kid. You have to bring it. You have to bring it day in and day out if you want to be and compete with the best players in the league. Not only you playing the 2/3 position, you're going to see some of the best action at your position. So if anyone's watching this, hello, is this thing going? If anybody's watching this, I know it's on, just playing with you. If anyone who is watching this and know Terrence Ferguson, let him know that Tay Wiz said that is unacceptable. I know I might be sitting here sitting in my man cave and he might say, oh, he's a couch potato. Yeah, it is what it is. But I tell you one thing, though, I know one thing about me. If you gave me 26 minutes in the NBA league with a wide open shot, people already know, man. Young pistol starter. I'm hoisting that boy. Pew! I'm going to get me some looks. You best to believe. I play 26 minutes, I'm going to at least have 5 attempts, and I'm going to have about 4 points. That's what I'm saying. There's no reason why that you had that many points. And Dennis Schroeder. That was a great pickup from the Atlanta Hawks to the Thunder. The Thunder, Sam Presti, the GM of the Thunder. I thought that was a great pickup because on certain nights I see where this is headed to, and you can get credit to the Houston Rockets for that. And the reason I'm saying you can get Houston Rockets the credit, when you look at Dennis Schroeder, he had to start because Russell Westbrook was injured, and you get him come off the bench. Just imagine if they want to change something up in the playoffs. You start Schroeder at the 1, Westbrook at the 2, you got PG at the 3. You talking about putting havoc on the team because Dennis Schroeder plays defense, people. And he can shoot that rock. 21 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, almost had a triple-double. And Dennis Schroeder brings a lot. He put that much pressure on that team when he has the ball on offense and that team on the defensive end. He created a little nasty for the Thunder. And I thought that was a great pickup because they knew deep down inside, Raymond Felton, I love the Tar Heels, and you one of the guys I seen who watched that national title with the Tar Heels. Getting up there in age, bro. You're not the quickest. You small at the bottom, but you big at the top, bro. Big at the top. Slim down a little bit. Get back into that movement. You're not shooting on that high, consistent level day in and day out. So they say, you know what? How can we get better? We can't bring Raymond Felton off the bench like that in the playoffs, but we can rely on somebody else who can create their own shot, who's going to give that effort. Let's bring in Dennis Schroeder, and which they did. And I thought that was a huge pick, especially for Russell Westbrook. He don't have to go out there every night and trying to kill himself, trying to win a game. Great pickup for the Thunder. And before I leave here today, I'm so happy the NBA season is back. I'm so glad to be sitting in front of you guys talking about the NBA. Before we leave, 11 games on tonight. Like I said, NBA League Pass is free. If you're just tuning in watching, NBA League Pass is free. October 16th through the 23rd, if you got TiVo or whatever cable provider you have or Dish Network, you have the access to record it. Record your game. Go to sleep. Get some rest. Watch it on your day off or watch it before you go to work. These 11 games on tap. The Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Can he be an MVP candidate? Can the Charlotte Hornets make the playoffs going to their 30th season? That game is at 7 p.m. The Brooklyn Nets take on Detroit Pistons. Can Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond make a case to make their team make the NBA playoffs? The Memphis Grizzlies had a horrible season. Can they bounce back and make the playoffs? The Indiana Pacers. They was the 5th seed last year in the East. Gave the Cavaliers a run for their money in the first round. Can this team build on that from what they had last season to make this a confidence booster builder? They come on 7 o'clock lead pass. The Miami Heat. Dwayne Wade taking his last dance. He calling his Sweet 16 season. They're going against the Orlando Magic. Can Mo Bamba, you know he got his own song out by Shaq. Can this young Magic team get a win tonight? 7 p.m. lead pass. Trae Young, Trey Way, the Atlanta Hawks, John Collins, Dwayne Dedmon, Jeremy Lin. The list goes on and on. Kent Bazemore, the New York Knicks. No Kristaps Porzingis probably tonight. Tim Hardaway Jr., Kevin Knox, 7:30 NBA lead pass. The New Look Cleveland Cavaliers. Can Kevin Love go back to be the same Kevin Love that we once saw in Minnesota? Can he be that 20-20 guy? I'm going to declare right now, I'm going to get Kevin Love 12 games. He get 20 rebounds and 20 points this year. Colin Sexton, a rookie, will come off the bench. George Hill will be your starter. The New Look, Jordan Clarkson. Tattoos everywhere. Say he was hanging out with J.R. Smith. Looking at this team with LeBron James gone, can Tristan Thompson back the words up and say the East still is got to run through them because they still the Eastern Conference champions? Tell you this right now, I'm a Cavaliers fan. Be realistic with yourself, Double T. LeBron James is not coming through them doors tonight. You guys probably be no more than a 6 or 7 seed team in the league, especially in the Eastern Conference. Those days are over. Somebody's out for you guys. Got to get better scoring production. They're playing against the Toronto Raptors. Kawhi, a.k.a. the Claw Leonard. Danny Green. New faces and new places for those Raptors. The Raptors and the Cavaliers. 7:30 NBA lead pass. The New Orleans Pelicans. We know Anthony Davis, the trade talks and all this stuff is heating up. If he doesn't win here in New Orleans, where will he be? Will he be a Warrior? Will he be a Laker? Will he be a Celtic or the Raptors? Which one he would be? The Houston Rockets, the MVP. Can they make a case? Carmelo Anthony. I think this team probably would not be in the NBA Finals or the Western Conference Finals because Melo has to play defense on that end of the floor. People say I'm a Melo hater, but you got to watch the game. You got to watch the game before you call someone a hater about Carmelo Anthony. This is what I'm seeing. That game come on tonight, 8 p.m. ESPN. T-Wolves, a disgruntled Jimmy Butler called out everybody. Also, the owner of the T-Wolves, Glenn Taylor. We know KG said that Glenn Taylor doesn't know about basketball. This team right here, the reason I think Jimmy Butler should have kept that in-house and addressed everybody instead of letting the media know how he feels. I understand Jimmy Butler. I like watching him in the league. And I'm looking at him. This guy got picked in the second round. Late in the second round. Guys that get picked in the second round in the NBA draft do not stay in the league for long. This guy, you seen where he came from points. From averaging almost just a half a point his rookie season. His second season averaging 1 point. Then it went up to 10 to 15 points. This guy is like probably top 30 players in the league. By far. Probably top 10 defensive players in the league. Basically, to me, I feel what Jimmy Butler is saying. Young talent, Timberwolves, with Towns and Wiggins. These guys, he wants to bring it every night. He don't think these guys playing with the same hunger every night. They taking games off. Jimmy Butler, I commend you on that one. I'm with you with that one in your corner. San Antonio Spurs praying for DeJounte Murray with that injury, the MCL injury that he had. I was looking forward for the Spurs to see how they was going to look with DeMar DeRozan and DeJounte Murray. Spurs, 8:30, lead pass. Late games, the 10 p.m. games. Utah Jazz, runner-up. Rookie of the Year, Donovan Mitchell, the Spider, going against Marvin Bagley and the Sacramento Kings. What would this team be like? Utah Jazz got a lot to say. This team is young, scrappy team. They're going to do some great things this season. That's 10 p.m.'s NBA League Pass. 10:30 games. The Denver Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., will he play tonight? Isaiah Thomas, will he play tonight? He might see some action going against the Clippers. This young Clippers team, can Doc Rivers make this team a playoff perennial team? It's a lot they got to work on because they're missing a lot of key pieces. That's tonight, 10:30, NBA League Pass. The ESPN 10:30 game, Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic, draft pick, going up against the number 1 NBA draft pick, DeAndre Ayton and Phoenix Suns. This game going to be good. That backcourt for the Dallas Mavericks, you heard it from me first. That's going to be a great backcourt. ESPN, y'all know who I am. Tay Wiz coming live and direct for the Man Cave as usual. Peace.